It says that I am live, so I'm just checking around and I'm going to go to my own channel and see if I am live. And we're gonna hope, yeah, I got the volume down. Okay. Yeah, I had to use my weedy pop-up because I didn't have a thumbnail ready for this live, but here we are, and I'm ready to get it growing now that I am here. And I'm just adjusting everything because I got some work to do. I've been working already this morning, and I know I'm close, but I'm doing stuff. And I'm bringing up the live chat. Okay, wow, I am really close here. Good morning, Mary Grow with me. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Hey, Mike. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. I'm just getting set up, y'all. So that's why I'm looking all weird and stuff. But yeah, I'm getting into it. And today I'm going to be testing out my new planter that I'm taking outside. And plant party. Yeah, that's what we doing. Okay, so I almost forgot to do my little intro. I guess I can do it over here. Is there enough light? Of course. Welcome, gardening comrades. I am GMama Growz HardInTheGarden. Thank you for scrolling through, and I would appreciate your support of my channel by clicking that like button. Now back to what we was doing, which is coming over here to my little small work area, getting set up so I can get this party on the road. Let me check the chat again. What's the temps? I don't know. It's cold, Mike. I did not check this morning. Good morning, Tammy. Thank you for scrolling through. I am setting up my little tripod here, getting ready to have a plant party. Well, actually, I'm going to have two plant parties. Can everybody hear me okay? Because I'm mic'd up today. Let me check the chat. Double tap the screen. Thank you kindly, Mike. Nisi, the gardening rookie. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Thank you, Mike. It's cold. I'm in Tennessee too. Yes, Mary Grow with me. And it snowed again last night, so I wasn't ready, but I'm staying indoors. That's why I am working on my planters, getting them ready for once it's time to go outside. Let me spin y'all around. And this is my vertical planter. That's not all the way in the shot yet, but I'll get it. Okay, maybe. Uh-oh, I gotta lock it. Okay, there we go. And this is a 3-tier called a root trimmer. It has a self-watering feature on the inside. And I'm going to be using some seed starting pellets. These are coco coir, not peat, because I specifically read what my pellets are made of, and I am a coco coir versus a, what is the other one? Peat moss. Yeah, cocoa pellets, seed starting pellets. And I'm cleaning out my trimmer here. This is new. Oh yeah, I got this in here because if you won hyssop seeds, these are the tester germination seeds. So all of them pretty much germinated. This is the blue anise. No, I'm lying. It's the blue fortune hyssop. That's what that is. And if you receive seeds from me, they are very viable. Let me check the chat again. Good morning, everybody is speaking. Uh-oh, I done lost it. Headed to work, stop by. Bro, thank you for scrolling through, Broke Farmer. I appreciate your time and enjoy your day. Okay, let me put this down. So this self-watering container here is a vertical tower, like I said. And I'm taking it outside, and this is going to be my permanent planter for asparagus. Yeah, because I love asparagus, and I've been growing it for a while. I have seeds, and I have roots outside. So I'm just going to transfer the pots that are outside into these self-watering planters. I haven't decided which one is going to be which. I have purple and green asparagus, and one of them is going to be dedicated to my wildflowers also, because I had a horrible time last season. But inside of the self-watering container is a liner, if you will, and it's full of holes. These divots are where the water wicks up from the bottom of the container. It has a little window that I can see the water level, and on the side there is a drain plug. So if it's too much water, I can pop that plug. And wow, this is going to be dangerous in here, but I'm gonna have to do it because I need to check it before I take it outside to make sure that it's working properly. I don't want to just fill it up and take it out there and yeah, it's not working properly. So this is what I'm here to do. And what I'm going to do with my seed starting pellets, these are the size of the pellets. I'm going to take and put them inside of these holes because you need to fill up the wicking reservoir. That's what this is, so that the plants, or so that the soil can stay moist. So that's what I'm about to do. I'm not going to wick it. I'm not going to do it inside of the basket here. I'm going to do it separately because if you don't okay, it must be too early because I can't think. Hydrate these fully. They leave those pockets, and I don't want any pockets to be dry around my plants. So let me check the chat again. Peat moss can have gnats and bad name. Yes, Mike, I know. That's why I don't use that. Salutations. Net is nest. Good. Excuse me. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Grand Rising, Bougie Prepper. Toot toot. Thank you for scrolling through. I was curious about growing them in containers. I thought they had long roots. Yes, Miss Netta's Nest. That's what everybody thinks. But I've been growing asparagus in containers for years because I love asparagus. And it's the only way that I can grow it is in containers. And disturbing the roots does nothing, in my opinion, because it's a plant and it wants to grow. And it will. And I eat asparagus every season. I don't leave enough for, I I don't know what to say, show my harvest because I'm constantly eating them. And I ate my purple asparagus so much last season that it didn't come back. So I got seeds. And I'm just putting the seed starting pellet into the bucket here. I'm about to mix it up. And I got to grab my table over there. And I'm going to hydrate this with water that has soaked in neem. I mean, not neem. Lord, not neem. Mosquito bits, yeah. Because this is going to be in the house for a while. So I'm soaking my medium because now I'm going to have soil in the house because I want it ready for a couple of weeks. We got like a month left after. This is the end of February. I have March and April. So yeah, couple weeks. And I don't know if y'all can see that very well, but it is expanding. And this is going to be a process to which I'm going to move very quickly because I got some plant parties to get to. And I don't want to take up all my time doing this, but I do need to check it. So let me check the chat while this is still soaking up water. Grand Rising, everybody is speaking. Thanks, anytime. So now that I got, it looks like it's pretty hydrated. Gonna make sure that it's all the way saturated. And yeah, I'm gonna have to do this for each and every plug. There are 6 plugs on each level, and I'm going to make sure that they're all ready to start wicking. And all I gotta do is take my cocoa and put it in the hole. And make sure that it is smashed in there. And matter of fact, I'm gonna use a different tool because that little spade is a little wide. And I want to make sure that that hole is packed. And wow, it's looking like I have enough that I can. Okay, sorry about the angle, y'all, but I am not a professional. I'm just taking some and moving it to the next hole in the grate, making sure that they are full. Full. And apparently I need some tea because I'm dry. And this is working out great. Okay, so now that I see this is going to be excellent for plugging these holes, to which I knew it would be. I just didn't want to drop my soil in here because I'm going to use the soil from outside in the containers, and I'm going to line the bottom with new soil. So now that I see that this Coco Coir is going to do an awesome job, I got this hole done and this hole over here. But like I said, I'm going to come back to it because I want to check the water and I don't want to be messy. So I think I'm going to take one tier off and put it on the floor. Maybe. Okay, it's on here good. I ain't gotta worry about it coming apart, that's for sure. So what I'm gonna do is, because I don't know how much water this holds, I'm going to fill this up and then I'll be able to know how much water this holds. This is just for my references. I brought a gallon of water so I can check it out. I'll let y'all down. Maybe one more. Yeah, there we go. Maybe I should use one that I didn't mess up. But at the same time, it don't matter, but it does. We're gonna go ahead and rock with this. And what I'm gonna do is just pour water in until I see how high this indicator. And I see one pellet. Okay, I see it up to the top already. And that's like halfway. Okay, so about a half a gallon of water and it's full. Yeah, I'd say that's about half. Oh yeah, that's gonna work out great. And now I need to check my drainage, which is the dangerous part because I gotta release the water. So I can fill this up with 1.5 gallons of water. And I keep track of how much water I use because I need to know. And what I'm going to do is pop the plug. There's a plug on the other side. Okay, and it come out good too. That's what's up. Once again, sorry about the angle, but I am not a professional camera person. Alrighty. Once this water drains out, I'll be good to grow. And I will finish this after the live, setting this up because this is going to be my asparagus tower. And my asparagus is outside and frozen in other planters. So that's what I'm waiting on, is the spring to get out there and put these planters outside. Yay, that was easy enough. Plug back in. Move this to the side so I don't kick it over. And put my little towel. Well, actually, I ain't got to put it back together because I'm not using it right now. I can just roll it on out of the way. Yes. Okay. Let me check the chat again real quick. Scrolling in the chat. Everybody's still speaking and it's not moving. Good, good, good. Plant party! What are we having a plant party for? My baby rubber plant. And my fig cutting. Whoop. My Chicago Hardy has woken all the way up, and why I can't get it in the shot. I don't know. And it has roots. This one does not have any green on it, nor does it look like it's waking up. And is that mold up there? That's interesting. But okay, let's get this party started. And since that fig is the smallest, I'm sure it's going to be the fastest because all I got to do is put it in a pot. Let me grab a table. I think I'm gonna have to use my rolling workstation because, yeah, I don't want to be on the floor. My back is giving me problems, along with some other things, but I ain't gonna complain about it. We're gonna work through it. Uh-oh. And I'm trying to get through the space. Here we grow. Maybe. Yep, we here. So first up, we're gonna get the fig cutting. Let my tripod back up. And I'm gonna take it out. This is a 4-inch, I believe, pot, and put it into a 6-inch. And this pot is going to go outside because it's a fig, and I already have a fig indoors. And this one is going to be growing outdoors. So, let me grab a seed starting pellet for the bottom because this little pot also has a wicking reservoir. Uh-oh. Well. I'm moving stuff around so I can have a little bit more space. And another, I'm going to put more wherever my water is. Mosquito bit infused water onto the pellet so that it absorbs the water. And then I'm going to fill this little reservoir down here. That X is actually deeper than the pot, and that's where I pack my medium for wicking from the bottom. And it's almost soaked up. And also with my mosquito bits, I've also been using a little neem seed meal for a second defense against these fungus gnats in here, because I live around a lot of flies for some reason, and this season I'm going to be ready for them. I got fly catchers and all kind of stuff ready because they were overwhelming. Yes, they were. And I have that all packed. And for the mix, I'm going to, wow, I gotta mix up some soil, y'all. Alrighty then. I'm going to put perlite in the bottom of this, along that little cocoa coir that just was left over. It's going to go into the mix. Perlite, And we just eyeballing it because, yeah, I wasn't ready, but that's okay. I got my soil right here. Potting soil, that is. And boy, yeah, that bucket's too small. Let me grab a bigger bucket because I ain't got that type of time to do. I got some mixing. I gotta mix up. And wow. There we go. Give me some space, why don't you? And continuing on soaking mosquito bits, water, because this plant is going to be indoors for a couple of more months and we don't want no problems. And I feel like I've been talking for a long time, even though I'm not really a conversationalist like that. Let me check the chat, and this is what I'm working with. Oh boy, we don't want to drop it on the floor, do we? 'Cause, thank you for teaching this old girl something, because I love asparagus. Yes, Mary, grow with me. I love asparagus too, and yeah, I just grow it how I know it, and I don't have any land to put it in the dirt or in the ground, so I have to grow it in containers, and it grows very well. Yes, it does. Plant party. Yep, that's what we having. Good morning. Oh, Miss J.K. Gardner. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Soul Diva 78. Thank you for scrolling through. Shelly's Homestead Hideaway. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. We are having a plant party right now for my fig cutting. It has woke up and it has roots. Let me grab the pot. I got my pot loaded with the cocoa air in the bottom of the reservoir to start the wicking process. And now I'm about to add some soil into the pot that okay, so I need to put some fertilizer. Yeah. Because it's time to fertilize my fig. And what I have, already mixed it. As a matter of fact, that's for my baby rubber plant, but it's all the same. Pretty much mixture. This is what I'm going to be adding to my soil. Inside of this cup, there is neem seed meal, vermiculite, more mosquito bits, azomite, mycorrhizae for the roots, and vermiculite for my sandy substance. So this is going in and it's going to get mixed. Into the potting soil. And by adding fertilizer to the soil, I don't have to fertilize, but once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, because there is fertilizer already in the soil. Good grief. I only have to keep them moist. And it look like I ain't got enough soil. Dang nabbit. But I can remedy that. And I'm trying to keep it loose because I need for the roots to have something to cling to. Okay, there we go. That's better. Check the chat again. Grand Rising, good morning. Everybody is speaking. All right, so I need to get the fig out of the pot. And what am I going to put those in? And I'm not sure about this other fig cutting. I think I'm gonna have to cut it off now because, yeah, it has outgrown that plastic. Oh, it's too small. And wow. Alrighty. So what I'm gonna do is take out the clay pebbles first. And I started it inside of one of my plastic containers just to hold the fertilizer. But it was water, but once I seen the leaves, that's when I fertilized my fig. And this is a net pot, 4-inch, and it has a wicking rope at the bottom. And it's filled with clay pebbles. And I do see fungus gnat activities going on in here. It's a little disturbing, but I'm not concerned. Okay, this one got a little bit of roots. I don't want to disturb it because I'm going to put it back. But this one is coming out. And y'all, sorry about the angle again, but I am not a professional. And I'm just shaking and shimmying until I get the cutting and the roots as much as I can. Ta-da! We out of here. And I'm happy about it. And let me adjust this one. Oh, it ain't got no roots. Matter of fact, it look like it's rotting. So I'm not sure about this one. But what I will do is treat it right quick while I'm here. And I hope. Yeah, I got a little bit. Uh-oh. It's all the way out anyway. Hydrogen peroxide on that nasty stuff. and see if it'll help wake it up. I'll give it a little more time. And I'm gonna have to redo that. Let me get my fig cutting with the roots because, yeah, we're drying as we speak here. And I gotta make some more room for the pot. And once again, this is my Chicago Hardy fig cutting that I just removed. This is parafilm that I have wrapped around here, and it will outgrow it. As you can see, it pushes through. I use this for moisture because I don't have an actual setup for moisture for seedlings. And I am missing something. Okay, I'm gonna need about a couple of seconds because I need to get this in some mycorrhizae before I put it into this pot. Hang on one time. Oh, well, I guess I better check the chat right quick before. Woo, y'all been talking. Loud and clear. Thank you, Miss Lynette Lawrence. Good morning, CC's Texas Garden. Thank you for scrolling through. Snow last night, yes, and it's snowing, so it's pretty cold. It's probably in the 20s or 30s right now, maybe the 30s, but it is snowing. Good morning, everybody is speaking. Grand Rising. Why wrap up the stalk? Miss Shelley Homestead, the reason why I wrap up my fig cuttings with parafilm is for moisture to help the plant root, actually. Because if you just leave the cutting out bare and you have it in water, it's going to take a longer time for the top to produce a leaf. But if you hold the moisture into the cutting while the bottom is submerged into your water, it'll root faster. So that's why I use parafilm. And you do not have to remove the parafilm because the fig cutting will outgrow and any leaf that is on a node will push through automatically on its own. So there's no need to remove once you have put it on there. So basically, I just use it for moisture. Jesus is Lord. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Salon Diva VHG. Did I speak to y'all already? Because I don't know. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Digging in the dirt with Tamiko D. Thank you for scrolling through. Well, nice roots on that first one. Yes, thank you. And that's the only one. I have like 4, but nobody else is showing any signs. Okay, y'all, I need to grab my mycorrhizae because, like I said, my roots are getting dry and I am still talking. And I need to grab that before I put that in there. Okay, I guess this will work. So what I'm going to do is just sprinkle my roots and commence the planting. And it doesn't take that much. But I just like to do this because it gives my roots a better chance at not coming off, if you will, damping off, rotting off, all of the above. and into the pot with you. And this is going to be indoors until I can get it outside in May. I'm just gonna say May because that's when I'm usually out there, even though I go out in April and start moving things around and getting them ready. Let me cover up my junk so I don't knock it off. I'm gonna add some soil to the top. Or should I say backfill? Press it down. And the reason I'm pressing it is for the air pockets so they're not air pockets around the roots. And water it in with my mosquito bits tea. And because it's going to be indoors, I'm going to cover the top with clay pebbles, pumice, and other things that make a thick layer of mulch on the top. And a thick layer of mulch prevents larvae from surviving because there is no soil for them to feed off of. All right. And oh Lord. Well, you're not gonna believe this, but you probably will. I knocked over that water all over the floor. So give me a second, y'all. I was excited to get done, but I done made a mess. I gotta get up. Sorry. Dang. I don't even. I did not even feel myself, nor did I hear the water spill. But yeah, I'm mopping it up. Alrighty. And this plant party for my Chicago Hardy Fig is complete. Alright, set up for plant party number 2. Let me move this one out of the way. Let me check the chat again. Nice root. Try again. I missed some stuff, y'all. Sorry. Good morning. Good morning. Everybody is speaking. Speaking. Good morning, Pescatarian. Weedy morning to you, too. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Good morning, everybody is speaking. And I'm hoping I'm not missing no questions, y'all. Good morning. Scrolling in the chat. Gardening with Lady Cheryl. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Crystal's Pets. Good morning. Thank you for scrolling through. Carol, the girl miniature. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate y'all time. We just got finished with a plant party for my Chicago Hardy Fig. I just tested my vertical tower so I know how much water I need to use. And now I'm going to have a plant party for my baby rubber plant. Is up next. Everybody is speaking. Fine sand is like a razor blade to gnats. Yes, indeed, Mike. I don't have any sand. I use vermiculite in the place of sand. They can't dig down to lay. Oh, who is that? Growing what I eat. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. They can't dig down to lay eggs. Yeah, that's why I put that heavy layer of clay pebbles and things on the top. I've heard that, Mike, but never seen evidence of it. I don't know what that was. Scrolling in the chat. Woo, y'all been talking. Thank you kindly. Because I don't got no music. I've seen gnats on our sharp sand and snails. Oh, you live in Florida, Mr. Bowtie. If moist. Okay, y'all. Copper Science. Grand Rising, Rosie's Room. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Good morning, Official Jamia. Thank you for scrolling through. And I'm setting up for my next plant party with my baby rubber plant. And she is so big, y'all. She is coming out of this pot. The pot is entirely too small for her now. And yeah. This is her. And she has bushed up and grown out tremendously. And this is what I'm here for. I've had her for a number of seasons. As a matter of fact, when I got the hibiscus, this was another plant. And believe it or not, this plant started out in a bottle cap. And you know how big a bottle top cap is. And it was about this size. And over the seasons, this is what it has done. Dang, I didn't bring anything to clean my leaves, and they are quite dirty because, you know, like I said, it's been in this pot for quite some time. And we all gonna feel better once this is done. Okay, so this is when? January 2022. Yeah. Homegirl need a new pot. And I got her one. Yes, I do. Brand new. Uh-oh. And this is it. And it is a wicking pot. It has a wicking rope. The reservoir is not that tall. Okay. The reservoir is not that tall, so it's not going to hold that much water. So I'm going to continue her in soil. One of a few plants that will be continuing in soil because I have transitioned a majority of my plants into soilless substrate. Okay, so I don't know how to work this pot because it's new. Okay, there we go. And here. I'll figure it out. But I'm glad it snaps on here. There we go. Woo! Okay, so I'm going to load this pot up before I take my plant out because I want to make sure that it's ready. I'm not going to put too much in here because I want to keep her at the same level that she is in this pot, inside of this pot. So let's go ahead and fill this one up with some soil. Matter of fact, I need to mix it before I put it in the pot. I'm gonna try to put her somewhere she don't tip over and fall down. And wow, there we go. Mixing up some more soil for my baby rubber plant. Check the check, yeah. Woo! Dang. Well, sorry if I miss y'all, but the chat done jumped. She is pretty. Thank you, Salon Diva VHC. HG, my fault. An entrepreneurial diary. Shamika, thank you for scrolling through. Oh, Lord, I'm missing people, y'all. Sorry. Urban Backyard Container Gardening. Thank you for scrolling through, Moses. Hey, Lil G, Miss T with the T. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Scrolling in the chat. All right, so let me get my soil mix for, yeah, that's how I kicked it over. My soil mix for my baby rubber plant is pretty much going to be the same, but it's going to be a little looser mix. I'm going to add potting soil on the bottom, and hopefully I have enough to backfill, because I'm not going to fill the whole container up with soil. I'm just giving her enough to spread out. Okay, and I'm going to add some extra perlite, keeping it airy. And my fertilizer is on the floor. Good grief, lucky it got a top on it. Ugh. And once again, I've pre-mixed my fertilizer so I can be ready instead of going through all the containers. And this is neem, vermiculite, mosquito bits, azomite. Yeah, all that stuff is in there. And I'm adding fertilizer because she's already growing well. Only fertilizer she gets is the liquid fertilizer every couple of weeks, like everybody else. So it's going to benefit her to have a little bit more. She doesn't flower. All she does is produce green leaves. So I only give her the veggie nutrients. I need more. My mosquito bit tea, because this is an indoor plant, and the water that I hydrate my indoor soil with is soaked in mosquito bits. And yeah, I'm concentrating on mixing up the soil. Making sure it's all pretty much moist. And there we are. Looks good to me. And we are ready. So, I think I'm gonna use the table to, girl, just go on and put this stuff down. I'm gonna go on and lower this down so I can get this done, because this table is good, but at the same time, it's not really stable enough for me to do what I need to do. Stand up, honey, please. Woo! Okay, there you go. Let me check the check again before I go down here to the floor. Lower my tripod so we can come in close. If you have not clicked that thumbs up or down to let YouTube know how you feel, please do. It helps support the channel. Thank you kindly. All right. So, what I'm about to do is fill up my pot with soil. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to take off this drainage or this saucer until I'm finished, because it's going to become full of soil. And I don't need that right now. And can y'all see? Because it feels like, oh, there we go. All right. And with the wicking rope, I try to have it up at least till the middle of the pot, so that it's saturated from the bottom to the top of the wicking rope. And I am going to need some more soil. Oh boy, hang on one time, y'all. I gotta grab some more soil. How I'm gonna do it, because all this stuff in the way. Okay. And we're gonna hope this is enough. So, my plans are to, I'm gonna leave it together before, just as it is, before I put it in the pot, because it'll be falling all over the place if I take these stakes out. So I'm gonna wait until I get it in, and I gotta, excuse me, restake it anyway. And it wasn't that much soil in there. And I'm glad glad I took her out because it looked like I got some work to do. Oh boy. So I'm just squeezing her up a little bit, not very hard. Because this is good. I was doing a good job back there too, girl. You go, girl. And I'm just going to set her in here on the same level. And I'm going to backfill her in. And I'm hoping I'm still in the camera over there, y'all. If not, I'm sorry about it. But, hey, I'm really working here. Ooh. Woo. And it'll be another couple of years, or should I say another couple of seasons, before I have to come back in here for her again. And I'm just tucking in, making sure that she is in here good, because she is very top heavy. And I don't want her to tip out of this pot. Matter of fact, I'm going to change these trellises to something that's more stable. Yeah. And I'm going to need some more soil. Good grief. Yeah, I need some more soil. Uh-oh. Alright, gotta grab some more soil. I'm gonna check the chat in 1 second, y'all. Am I really working this hard? Because I'm sweating. Yes, I am. And I think that's enough, because I'm going to put clay pebbles on the top for mulch of this also. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so let me come over here and check the chat again. And it looked like I was in the shot. Good. Whoa. Scrolling in the chat. Wow, time is flying, y'all. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Cinnamon. I don't know what that was about. You dropping everything. Yes, I am. And it only happens when you're live. A sprinkle of cinnamon on the soil may help with gnats and disease. It sure, I can't speak for that because I don't use cinnamon like that. I mainly use turmeric for that purpose. Powdered turmeric. And it helps rooting. Okay, Mike. Yes, it does. Hey, Oreo. He came out. Child, I've been working. Scrolling in the chat. Scrolling in the chat. Drell. Is that Drell? Yeah, Drell Healing Garden and Journey. Thank you for scrolling through, sis. I appreciate your time. Hey, Drell. Scrolling in the chat. Gotta go. Getting ready to the doctor. Okay, Lady Cheryl. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. And have a beautiful day. Just asking for a friend. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Plant party. Yeah, let's grow. We on the last one. I'm almost finished. I have a few baby rubber plants as well. They are so easy to care for. Yours is tall. Thank you, Jarrell. Yes, they are very easy to care for. And that one has been in the same pot since 2022, which is this one. So yeah, it was ready for a new home. And plus, I wanted some new pots. I got tired of looking at my little ugly pots. Well, they wasn't ugly. They was doing their job. Thanks, y'all. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Thank you kindly, Salon Diva V. Cinnamon, yes. Sprinkle some in your soil. Oh no, I don't do that. I use neem seed meal and turmeric, like I said, for soil things that aren't supposed to be there, and it's also beneficial to which you would probably have to look that up, but that's what I use in my soil to keep insects under control, because neem is a systemic that will prevent them from wanting to eat. Oh, I broke a leaf. Dang nabbit. I want to try and root it since I broke it, but I've been seeing people root their rubber plants just using the leaf, and this is a good specimen. Maybe that I broke off. I don't see the little tip thing, but hey, it may. We're gonna save that. Continuing on, I just need to top it off with some mulch and my mosquito bit tea. So let me get my mosquito bit tea. Okay, that's weird. And I'm out, so. And top her off with my clay things. What did I call this? Soilless medium. Mineral based. Yeah, that's what it is. Okay, honey, you don't have to stand up. There you go. Ah! Oh no! Okay, there we go. But I didn't bring any a sprayer to clean my leaves, to which I am, but I'm not gonna take y'all time in doing that. All I do is take a bottle of soapy water, spray my leaves down, and I dry them and make sure they're dry on the top and the bottom to keep my leaves clean. And let's get some trellising going on and figure this out, because it needs to be retrellised. Now that she is standing straight up in the pot, and so I can figure out which one I want to put on to her, because yeah, and they are all. So maybe I'm gonna keep her on the same trellising system, because she just got stakes going up, but I really want to contain her into, maybe put one trellis that contains her in the pot, or circles the pot rather. Yeah, let me try these. Well, that's not it. But yeah, these right here trellises will hold her around so she doesn't flop around outside of the pot. And I'm just gonna put one set around the middle, because yeah, it's not that big. And I don't know how many I'm going to need, so I'm gonna get a couple together. Maybe one more. Okay, well, yeah. Oh, so probably 4? Wow. I didn't think it would be that big. Okay, well, maybe 3. Yeah, 3. Okay, well, there we go. Okay, maybe I can put 4. Let me see. Yeah, 4 will work. And I enjoy supporting my plants, because once they fall all over the place, they break, and I don't got that type of time to do. I'd rather just handle it before it happens, and that way I don't have to worry about my plants breaking off. All right. And I think that's going to be all right. Yes, indeed. I just got to clean off these good leaves. And she good to grow. I like it. Put her saucer back together. Woo! And I got to get up off my knees because they ain't what they used to be. Good grief. Woo! All right, y'all. Scrolling in the chat. Have a good day. I thank y'all for showing up. Thank you, Niecy. Appreciate it. Enjoy your day. I'm scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Gotta get ready. Yeah, we all gotta get ready. And I'm done. The plant party for my baby rubber plant is complete. Have a great day. Blessings all. Yes, indeed. So, I'm going to put the top, or should I say put the saucer back on my rubber plant. Ooh, she heavy. Ooh, I can't handle you with one hand no more, can I? That's all right there. Wow. I always feel better after a good plant party. And she is looking fantabulous, if I must say so. Myself, and she ain't even cleaned up all the way yet. But she will be, because that's what I'm about to be doing while I'm cleaning up. Woo! Y'all, that was some work. I actually broke sweat. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. And wow, I need to stop drinking that, I see, because it's showing up. Scrolling in the chat, I'm to the bottom. Goodies Homestead. Good morning, sis. Thank you for scrolling through. Pink Hibiscus. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. Need to find somewhere to sit down because, yeah. I'm tired in real life. Scrolling in the chat, scrolling in the chat. Blessings all. Thank you kindly. Great job. Thank you, Miss Lynette Lawrence. Life with Tasharia. Thank you for scrolling through. I appreciate your time. We are done. And yeah, I'm packing it up, getting ready to clean up this mess I just made. And I got to clean my leaves of my baby rubber plant. And I think that's about all. Oh, finish putting my root trimmer vertical tower together, getting it ready to go outside. And yeah, I'm done. So, Team Replay, you guys really rock, and I appreciate y'all scrolling through and replaying my good vlogs. And yeah, we are done, y'all. CP Family Farming, thank you for scrolling through, and we are done. Peace and love, my gardening comrades. Heal thyself. It can be done. I'm out. Have a productive day, y'all. On purpose.